And I tell you what, dating Stephanie's really starting to wipe the ink off my credit card.
Why don't you tell her you're a fish and chips kind of guy?
Yeah, so, chef. Barramundi.
Fresh, it's $50 a fillet. But you can't count on overtime forever, Matt, you know?
Yeah, no, not like the D's. They clock up heaps.
I think we snagged something, mate. You see it?
Yeah, it's a net. Hey, it might be attached to that tinny. Ah, good work. In you go. Yeah, it's wrapped around the prop.
Check the T-shirt. Randall and Maguire Dive Shop. That's local, isn't it?
Sounds like an accounting firm.
No, it's those late-night TV ads.
Well, there's no prizes for guessing how he died. Look, there's beaten in skull. What we got here? There we go. Kay lives in Manly.
What, do you think he runs that dive shop?
No keys.
I said Chopper's on his way.
Hey, listen, Sykesy, what's the story about this net?
Well, yeah, it's illegal, right? So, get a lot of recreational fishermen casting out their nets before dawn.
Oh, so the body could have floated into it, you say?
Well, the current was flowing away from shore, so if they had thrown him in, he would have headed straight for the nets and got tangled up.
Find the fisherman yet?
Not yet, but I'm bloody looking forward to it.
Okay, Mick, do you want to hang here for Chopper and Alex and I go see this dive shop? Yeah, I'll leave you that.
Sure. Strap him back up.
Murdered, you reckon?
Yeah, it looks that way.
So Gus Randall's your partner?
Yeah, and mate, we've been mates for years.
Was he married?
No, we were the closest thing to family he had. Oh, geez, I got to tell my wife.
Mr. Maguire, do you know if he had any spare house keys anywhere else?
Under the front doormat, I think.
Okay.
Makes sense.
Too good to be true, there's nothing.
What do you reckon I ring a locksmith?
Yeah.
Yeah?
You know, maybe Gus realised it was a dumb idea to leave a key outside.
Yeah, I reckon.
Hey, so now he leaves the window open.
Oh, yeah, that's a really good idea, Jack. One of the neighbours is probably ringing the cops now.
Well, I'll tell you what, why don't you ask her?
Hi. I'm from the Sydney Water Police. Here we go. Detective St Clair. Hey, could you tell me the last time you saw Mr Randall?
Bloody tidy, isn't it?
Oh, yeah, that'd be right. The one man who ever picked up after himself gets murdered.
Hey, we're not all slobs, you know.
Your house does not look like this. Hey, Jack, look at this.
Oh, right.
Huh?
Maybe we should get these computers checked out.
Here's a message.
Mr. Randall Ryan-Smith here. Call me back as soon as you can read the loan documents. It does look like a matter for the police, although I understand your reservations.
Who's Ryan Smith?
Well, maybe Gus Randall's life's a bit of a mess after all.
Yeah. Yeah, Colin told me. Is it true he was murdered?
It appears so, Mrs. Maguire. Mr. Maguire, do you know a Ryan Smith?
Smith. Ryan Smith. No?
Yes, you do. He's a bank manager for the business.
Could have been an accident, right?
Our daughter, Samantha.
Yeah, that's possible, but we don't know yet.
So you don't know if it was quick or if he suffered?
Sorry.
Sam? No, I'll go check on him.
She's a daddy's girl. She always has been.
You know, it's strange you didn't remember the bank manager's
Yeah.
name. Don't you reckon?
Yeah, Mick, look, the bank manager's name. Are you okay?
Yeah, bastard.
You all right? You gotta watch where you're walking, mate.
Bastard.
You okay?
Did you see that?
Yeah, saw it.
The crime scene couldn't find a weapon on the foreshore.
Any clues as to what exactly we're looking for?
No, not yet. Look, we're going to start patrolling the area, see if we can find the fisherman who owns the tinny.
Do you think the fisherman had something to do with the murder?
Well, that's planning to be my first question, but, no, I doubt it. It wouldn't matter anyway, would you? He's still a crimp.
Oh, come on. Illegal netting's pretty small potatoes, isn't it?
Not when you're almost the catch of the day, Sarge. You got a point there. See you later, Buffett.
Janevsky,
Yeah?
the key. Where's the key to the stationery cabinet?
What do you need?
I need the key.
All stationery requests have to be made through me.
What are you
Same
talking
with, like
about?
Morse orders.
Right, OK, well, I need some pens, I need some A4 stationery.
I'll put a requisition.
Okay, we have
on
the
your desk.
autopsy report. Time of death, somewhere between 6 and 8 a.m. Cause of death is multiple skull fracture.
Jeez, what was he hit with, a baseball bat?
No, Chopper reckons it was something square. He said there were square indentations on the skull.
Right, OK.
What's this, Gus Randall?
Yeah, caught 4 big ones to the head.
Listen, how'd you go with the bank manager?
Well, this is an application for a business mortgage to Randall Maguire's dive shops. On the second page, it's got Colin Maguire's signature and it's also got Gus Randall's, except it's not Gus Randall's.
Who says?
He did. He got a letter from the bank, he rang them up and said he knows nothing about any documentation and he knows nothing about a mortgage.
Right, then he gets himself killed. Right, mate, do you want to get a copy of those done and then get that down to document examination for us?
If this is not Gus Randall's signatures, whose is it? Colin Maguire?
Let's go ask him.
He's repossessing my car. He can't do that. Just kept up the payments, haven't you, Colin? Stop it! You leave my car alone. What have you done, Colin?
Look, I defaulted on the payments, all right?
You bastard!
Sammy, you all right?
You bastard! Get out of my sight!
Stuffed everything.
It's a forgery, isn't it?
Yeah, well, the original application, that's in at our handwriting experts right
Yeah,
now.
they're a clever bunch, that lot. They even give you pretty good odds on who forged it. It's pretty scary, isn't it?
I didn't forge a thing.
Your wife's car gets repossessed. You take out another mortgage on your business without telling your partner.
Your life's a bit of a mess, isn't it? Where were you between 6 and 8 a.m. this morning?
Sleep. I get up at 6:50. I don't have breakfast across the street. I work at 7.
Who else was at work with you?
No one. Not until the first customer arrived around about 8, and Gus, well, he was supposed to be there at 9.
How much debt are you in, Colin?
10,000.
We can check.
Maybe 20.
The loan application's for 50.
How'd you get to be in so much debt?
Putting in the new dive pool. I tried a couple of business ventures.
How's the dive business going?
OK. Well, that's down to Felicity and Gus. Everything I touch turns to shit.
You must be pretty desperate then, eh? Well, you're desperate enough to commit fraud. Are you desperate enough to commit murder?
No, look, I didn't kill Gus.
Hey, is this catamaran drifting? Yeah, it could be. Hope this isn't 2 dead bodies in one day, bud. Not kidding. It's called sea wind. Probably never been outside the heads. Hey, mate. You okay? Breathing. Piss though. Smells like a brewery. Hey mate, wake up. Hey buddy, what's your name?
Barry Gillian.
Okay, Barry, listen, we're gonna have to take you to a local wharf. We'll get your cat onto a police mooring. When you're sober, you can come and pick it up, okay?
Oh, yeah, all right.
Busy morning for you. I got a break and enter I need you to attend. What's the address there?
We'll get on to that.
Oh, well, what about our netting fishermen? I mean, I was hoping to do a sweep of the area, see if we could find him.
That's okay. I'll get someone else onto that.
Yeah.
You have a late night.
Something like that.
Huh?
Hold on a minute, will you? Hey, Sarge. Listen, if I were to apply for the investigator's course, do you reckon I could bank on your support? And on the Hawkers as well?
We should talk about this later. I'm really snowed under at the moment.
But it's just... Oh.
You know, I've got the duty sergeant thing downstairs. I've got the intelligence officer upstairs. We'll talk about it later.
All right. Excellent. Now, if we do well in this break and enter, mate, it's going to look very nice on my application, all right?
You want to be a D?
Yeah. Why not? I mean, how hard can it be? You just got to keep your eyes and your ears open, right? It's simple.
Finally.
Mr. Harrington, you reported a robbery?
I have indeed. And I expect the perpetrators are halfway to New Zealand by now. Look, I made a list of the missing items. My wife is particularly distressed about the jewellery.
Mr. Harrington, number 4, the catamaran?
Yes, my catamaran. It's insured, of course. Worth a great deal more than the jewellery, I can tell you.
Well, we'll get onto that straight away. Thank you. Thank you. Now, if the jewelry's on the catamaran, we'll wrap this up and go to the head of the class. What if it's gone? And then we're going to hell in a hay basket. Yes. Oh, thank God for that. Yeah, well, Barry's gone. Okay, we'll get on the crime scene. See if we can get it fingerprinted.
I can't believe it. You are so stupid.
Don't call me stupid, Sam. I don't understand what you're going on about. I mean, women want thing, they want one thing, next minute
What's
they
he
want
doing
something else.
here?
Who is he?
Brian Flatley.
What are you...
What's he doing here?
Don't ask.
Samantha, where's your mother?
Over at the dive shop.
Does he look familiar to you? That's the guy on the motorbike.
Oh, yeah.
Brian Flatley, right, we got a name.
Brian? He used to hang around with Samantha till I had a word with him.
Well, I haven't seen each other for ages. Why? Do you know what time your husband left the house this morning?
Well, I guess Colin left around about 7, like he usually does.
You're not sure?
Well, I was half asleep, but he wasn't there when I woke up. Oh, you're not suggesting that Colin... Look, he might be an idiot, but he wouldn't hurt anyone.
Well, he sounds a pretty pathetic kind of a soul.
Oh, look, Colin's one of life's losers. The more he tries to dig himself out of a hole, the deeper in he gets.
Right. You think he's capable of killing someone?
I'm not sure.
Jack, the computer from the victim's house.
Yep.
Helen's just cracked the disc.
Oh, right. I love the photo of you with the leather and chains. Do you have any more? I must see them. You're so naughty. Fantastic. Apollo, I know it's against our rules, but I can't stand it anymore. I need to see you, finally. Love, Antoinette.
Right, now, she emailed that one to him last night, but if you press here... Look, there's a whole lot more, all under Antoinette.
I wonder who Antoinette is.
According to her internet provider, she's Rita Perks for Neutral Bay.
No, well, I'll get on to her, see what she knows.
Excuse me. Fax for you from the document
Yeah,
examination
thanks.
section.
No prizes guessing who?
Thanks.
Okay.
Sam, hey, look, you're overreacting. Sam, this is ridiculous.
Stop it, Sam!
What are you doing?
Hey, whoa.
Sam!
Handwriting results, Mr. Maguire. Thought you might be interested.
Well, I'm interested. He's told me about the mortgage. What does it say?
It's your signature, Mr. Maguire.
Well, I was hoping to have it paid off before you had to find out.
You'll be charged with falsifying documents, Mr. Maguire. You can apply for bail.
Oh, you idiot!
Look, I didn't kill Gus. I didn't even know he knew about the mortgage.
No, he couldn't have killed him. Because he's a gutless, pathetic idiot.
Thanks, Mr.
I work at the RTA. I'm an administrative officer. It sounds boring, I know, but it's not really. A lot more stress than one would imagine. Anyway, when I got the message, I couldn't stand to wait till after work. You know, the curiosity of why every...
Detective Riley, Ms. Rita Perks.
Oh, hi, Miss Rita Perks. How are you? Come in, please. Thank you, Donna.
Detective Riley, look, I know your message said to ring, but, well, I work just down the road, and I thought, well, why not just pop in?
Can you just have a seat for me, please? So I've got some sad news for you. A friend of yours, Gus Randall, was found dead this morning. He was murdered.
Who?
Gus Randall. He lives in Manly.
Oh, sorry.
You are Antoinette.
Who told you that?
Oh, we found some emails that you sent Gus last night. You wanted to meet up with him.
Apollo. You're talking about Apollo. He's dead? Apollo? No. Who would kill Apollo?
You knew Gus Randall as Apollo.
No. Well, yes. I knew Apollo, but I'd never met him.
Was it like an online relationship, Miss Perks? Is that right?
Emails. Webcam. Chat. Months and months. No.
And you were going to meet him, right?
I thought it was about time. When I hadn't got an email back from him, well, I thought that I'd done something to offend him. Oh, Apollo. Oh, Apollo. Oh, Apollo. No, I can't believe it. It can't be Apollo. It can't be Apollo. Oh, no.
Okay, goodbye. Yeah. Well, he's going to ring up Hawker straight away and commend us on finding his catamaran.
Funny you.
Point is, I do.
So,
Quinn. Sykes. Did it occur to you to ask for ID before you let someone off with a warning?
I did get his name, sir.
Oh. Did you find him on cops?
Well, I didn't get any hits for a Barry Gillian in that age group.
My. A criminal gives a policeman a phony name. You weren't thinking, were you, Sykes?
No, sir.
But you will be thinking next time, won't you?
Oh, yes, sir, I will. We're going to have to find this Barry Gillian, mate.
that's his real name. He's probably killing himself laughing, knowing he got one up on the cops, and he's probably halfway out of the state. If you're smart.
He did a job and he got blood-owed. Now, he doesn't sound like the smartest guy in the world to me, does he?
Sir, it's about your requisition form. You've gone over your quota.
What quota?
We'll see for the pens. You've marked 6 of blue, red and black, which of course makes 18, so that's far too many considering the expense. I'll leave it with you.
All right, pen, Helen.
All right, I'll send someone straight over. Just stay inside. Okay. That was a neighbour of Gus Randall's. Someone's breaking into his house. Do you want to... Yeah, okay. Oh.
That's not subtle.
Police! Stay where you are! Police, come here! The police!
Rita?
I've cut myself.
Why'd you break in?
I'm sorry, I'm very nervous. I've never been in trouble with the police before.
You told me you didn't know Gus Randall's real name. How did you know where he lived?
I looked it up in the phone book.
What are you doing in the house?
Well, I've decided I plead guilty to breaking and entering, but nothing else. I'm not telling you anything else.
What were you looking for?
I can't tell you that. Sorry.
Put it away, Jack.
Okay. Could you sign here, please? And your reporting conditions are outlined here. Could you read and initial them, please?
I'll leave you to it, mate. Thanks.
How am I going to get home? I'd be very grateful for a lift.
Be grateful. If you tell me what you were looking for in Randall's house, sure. There's a cab rank just outside. Oh, it beats me what Rita was looking for.
Ooh.
Nothing in the lounge room.
Yeah, no accounting for taste here.
You're a snob. You are such a snob, you know.
I'm a snob. What, you'd get around in that?
See, you're joking. Hello.
What you got?
Maybe he's got a photographic studio somewhere.
No, these aren't photographic prints. These are printouts. He's got these off the net.
You know, I knew things were going to get interesting here, and they just did.
Rita Perks is Antoinette.
Maybe I should have accepted the lift home.
You make it sound so tawdry. It was a relationship.
So, how long have you been having this relationship?
Nearly a year.
What, cybersex? So how? Like, online chat?
On webcams. We could see each other, too.
So it's like, was it like virtual pornography? with both of you sitting at the computer.
You think it funny, Detective Christie? The thought that even fat, middle-aged women have great sex.
No, not at all. But in my experience, right, sex happens with at least one other person in the room.
But I'm a virtual dominatrix. What I do is fantastic. It's safe, it's satisfying, and it's very, very hot. Apollo just loved it.
Do you know any of these other women here? I'm sorry.
Other women? Apollo and I never discussed monogamy.
So, you were prepared to risk a break and entry charge over these?
Well, some people don't understand.
What were you doing between 6 a.m. and 8 a.m. yesterday morning?
Well, I've got an alibi, if that's what you're asking. I was at work at 9 o'clock. And before that, I was talking to my mother. She's in a nursing home in Canberra. We were chatting online in a video conference. I'm sure the nursing staff there will confirm all that.
Yeah, it's fine, it's fine.
Looks like Rourke and Woods may have found our murder weapon. It's a wrench. They found it offshore. Looks like they also found your illegal fisherman.
Great.
Boys, there's a body in the water at Kirribilli Wharf. Are you able to get out there now?
Yeah.
Good.
Good work, team.
Well done.
Yeah, thanks, sir. I'll just take him inside.
He was going to put out another net. You're kidding. What do you want to catch now, a sergeant, you tosspot?
Hey, Quinn.
Do you admit to knowing anything about the body at all?
No, he seemed genuinely shocked when we mentioned it. Yeah. Woodsy and I believe him. Hey, socket wrench, Chief. Hadn't been in the water long. I'll run it over to crime scene.
Yeah, that'd be good if you could. Thanks, Lance.
We could have had him. You know?
Your corpse will be halfway to New Zealand by now.
Yeah, righto.
Gavin wants to apply for the investigator's course.
Don't worry about it. There are always more applications than positions. What is it with people?
We should be seen to encourage ambition, though, surely.
Oh, indeed. Absolutely.
You want to marry her?
Jack, this guy, Gus Randall, has a harem of bloody nutters. That's what he's got.
Excuse me, Michael. A lot of people meet online and they actually fall in
Oh,
love.
they come on, that's what bars are for.
Exactly,
Jack. And drinking.
Excuse me, can you just check Rita's alibi, please? Now.
Gus Randall was a root rat on the internet. Maybe he's in real life.
You're just so boring.
Let's go see Colin Maguire. Yeah, he might sell us one of those
Right
dive suits.
I heard him say he's going to expose you. I mean, what does he mean by that?
I told you I haven't got a clue.
Well, what's there to expose?
Dad,
Oh, didn't hear you.
is there a problem?
No, nothing important.
Brian Flatley has been threatening Felicity. God knows about what. He's trouble, that boy.
What was he threatening you
He
about?
was not. Colin misheard.
He did, I heard
Shut
him.
up, Colin. Look, are you two here for a reason?
Well, we were here to ask about Gus Randall, whether he was involved with anyone.
Why do you want to know that?
Well, he was involved with several women on the internet.
Well, Gus never could keep his fly done up.
He wasn't like that.
Well, he didn't tell you about it.
Do you know any names?
No one special. Plenty who weren't that special, if you know what I mean.
Thanks.
Felicity's wobbly.
Oh, yeah, this Brian Flatley's really got her rattled.
Maybe after you ask him why, I can give him some driving lessons.
Good to go.
You know, I think this stuff's perfectly fine for Mardi Gras or special occasions, but you wouldn't want to be doing it every day, would you?
Oh, I don't know.
Does it turn you on?
Well, no, it's not exactly my cup of tea, but, you know, I can see that some people might, might find it stimulating. Why don't you try? Be a bit more adventurous, Helen. Try before you condemn. You never know, you might get a date on Saturday night.
Hey, guys. Rita Perks, her alibi checks out.
Okay.
Excellent.
You want a coffee?
Yeah, Mick, that'd be good.
No.
Anything in the backpack?
Nah, empty. Still could have pulled him down, though.
Yeah, possibly. Hasn't been down for long, just a day or so. How did you guys go?
Jewelry.
Oh. Give us a look.
The Harrington burglary.
So we now have one dead thief to add to our missing thief.
Well, sir, Mr. Harrington's confirmed that all his wife's jewellery has been recovered.
And that is a good result, sir.
Well, it's a very good result, Sykes, for Mrs. Harrington, not for us. I mean, you aided and abetted the escape of an offender who may well be a murderer.
He looked like a drowning.
Is that right, Sykes? Well, is the post-mortem in? Or is that kind of what, from your judgment and experience?
It's of my opinion, sir.
Ah, right. Oh, well, I think we might just wait for the pathologist to report, don't you? So. Now it's around the back. Got it?
Yep.
Right, top right.
Yep. Very cute.
Should be in Cross Street next.
Yep.
Cross.
Yes. Okay, we can go left. We can go left.
There's no entry. What are you reading?
There he is. Come on. I know. Come on, we can't lose this bastard one more time.
Oh, right. 200 to BKG. We're in Henry Avenue, Aldermay, pursuing the target on foot.
Copy that, water police 200.
Hey!
Mr. Flatley.
Well, I don't want him. Don't give him to me. Up you go, mate. Go easy on him. Go easy. He's had enough
I'm
now.
not going to hit him again.
What's a toolkit without a wrench, Brian?
Yeah, Brian. Maybe you can explain that to us while we charge you with assault police. Here we go.
Hey, Michael, can you get this thing hauled off to the station?
Yeah, I'll have a think about it.
Oh, please, honey.
Yes, darling, I will do that for you. What, are you having a bad hair day, are you?
Forensic found fingerprints on the wrench, Brian. They're going to be yours?
Look, I just meant to bash him. I didn't know that he'd fight back like he did. I mean, I was defending myself. I didn't mean to kill him.
So you admit to killing Gus Randall?
It was an accident.
How can hitting someone over the head 4 times with a wrench be an accident? Huh? Tell me how.
It's not murder, is it, if I didn't mean for him to die?
Oh, yeah, mate, it's murder. You bash him, he dies, it's murder. So why'd you bash him?
He deserved it.
Why?
Why don't you ask Felicity McGuire?
Why?
Because she was there.
Lance, can you pass us the bottle? Oh, boys, I've got your post-mortem here. Your floater drowned, probably due to a blood alcohol count of 1.3.
Ooh. Any ID?
Yeah, he's got a record in Queensland. His name's Eric Chalmers. Minor stuff, mostly theft.
Who's that?
One of his associates. Why?
That's Barry Gillian.
No, it's Ross Gillian.
Well, that's the guy on the catamaran.
Yes.
I wonder if he knows his mate's dead or not.
Right, well, if this bloke on the catamaran was as drunk as you say, maybe he thinks this one's run off with a lift.
There's a good chance our guy Gillian's still in Sydney.
So how do we find him?
Find a bus, train.
You've got to hand it to Detective Alex.
Hello. Sergeant Blakemore, Inspector Hawker wants to see you upstairs now.
Oh. 2 places at once, Donna. I should be thinner.
Thanks, Mrs. McGuire. If you'd like to bring your things, we'd like to talk to you further down the station. Just hang on, mate.
You
Hang on.
just said you charged Glatley with Gus's murder.
We believe you were with Gus Randall the morning he was murdered. Huh?
That's garbage. You said that.
Thanks, Mrs. McGuire.
Yeah, okay.
Liz, what's this about you and Gus? Liz? Liz?
Work it out, Colin. Gus and I had known each other for years. I used to confide in him when things were bad between Colin and me. And then, about 6 months ago,
You started your affair.
we used to meet up at the riverbank every morning, first thing. It was the one time we could be alone together. And then this time, I've been telling him we had to break it off. I had to. It was wrecking any hope for my marriage. It was wrecking my family.
So yesterday, you laid it on the line.
But Gus had plans for us.
That's why he's dead. Because that's the only way that you could break it off.
No, of course
You've
not.
already admitted, right, to having a problem with Gus. So when did you first approach Brian Flatley to help you solve this problem?
Yeah, they arrived Thursday night on the Greyhound. You know, one of those package deals, so they were booked in for a fortnight. They were staying at the City of Sydney Hotel.
Yeah, cut the chase. Gav, got a meeting.
Well, Ross Gillian is still checked in. Okay, so I left a message for him to meet up.
Does this look familiar?
Told him that I was a friend of Eric Chalmers, that I got some information about the backpack. Now, if he's hungry enough, he'll be there, right? Good work.
Have you got the, top?
Hope he takes a bait or else this is going to go on forever.
Got the last of the felt tips?
Cheers, thanks. Hey, you wouldn't have one of those telephone Rolodex things, would you?
They're expensive. Okay, I'll order you one.
Thanks. Cheers. Love your work.
Yeah. Yeah, we've got 2 minutes to go.
Yeah, standing by. Yeah.
Yeah, right, I got him. He's heading towards the payphone. See him?
Yeah, I got him.
Hang on, he's moving off. Hey, you don't remember me, Sober, do you? Got a question for you, Mr. Gillian. What? You and Eric Chalmers both fall asleep on that yacht. Yes, so? Yeah, you know he fell in. The weight of the knapsack pulled him under. He drowned, Mr. Gillian. And he did that while you were sleeping it off. Yeah.
Still claiming she didn't hire Flatley to do her dirty work?
Well, she said she had a meeting with Gus and then left. It's Flatley's word against hers, basically.
Jack, Colin Maguire's here, says he wants to make a confession.
I needed the money. You know, Gus found out about the mortgage, he was going to dump me in it, and I knew Brian Flatley would do it with enough incentive. Well, he's half mad anyway.
So it wasn't because of the affair?
I didn't know about that till today.
How did you know that Gus was going to be at the pier?
He told me. He goes there to fish.
Right. How often?
Well, what does that matter? You know, it's all my fault. It's my fault. I finally got enough backbone to take responsibility for my family, and that's all that matters.
The pier, right? He walked straight into that one. He's got no idea where Gus was killed.
Yeah, OK, he's lying, but why?
OK, he didn't know about the affair, right? I believe him on that.
OK, so he's protecting someone.
Yeah, so's Brian Flatley. Collins confessed to organising the assault on Gus Randall.
What? Dad has.
That's right, Samantha.
But he can't. It wasn't his fault.
Well, whose fault was it, Samantha?
Yours! If you hadn't have had that affair with Uncle Gus and ruined everything! Sam!
Samantha! Samantha! Did you tell Brian to bash Gus?
No. I didn't tell him. He just did it. He thought I wanted it. Maybe I did, but I didn't make him do it. I was just wishing out loud.
Sam. Oh, darling, I'm so sorry.
I just wanted you and Dad to be happy again.
Yeah, well, I'd have to say, Gavin, that you did a very good job.
Thanks, sir. Sir, I was wanting to apply for the investigators course and, well...
Oh, yes, right. No, Sergeant Blakemore did mention that, but I'm afraid it's not on.
It's not on?
Yeah, Gav, I did ring up on your behalf.
Gav?
But, well, they're all full up.
Oh, come on, Gavin. Your experience around here is invaluable. We'd hate to lose you.
Yeah, well, thanks, sir. Well, so I've been noticing Sergeant Blakemore's workload of late, and well, I'd like to apply for the duty sergeant position.
Yeah. Well, of course, you know, we'd certainly have to take that into consideration.
Well, great. Thanks, sir.
Helen, you realise if I support his application, he's going to be working with you, day in, day out.
You wouldn't do that, though, would you, sir?
Well, far be it from me to discourage ambition.
Hey, Gavin? Gavin?
Hey, Jack. You're calling it quits. You coming? What's up?
No, I was just looking at the FBI site.
FBI?
See-
What's going on?
What's this?
Ah, very nice, very nice.
Jack, what happened to picking up women at bars?
I was just looking up sex offenders.
Come on, let's get
I don't know
the
how I
boys
got
some
to this
space.
site.
Yeah, fair enough. Listen, we're going to be at the Cutter Bar.
Yeah, my sharp.
I don't know how I got to this site.
There's plenty of women at the Cutter Bar, Jack.
Hi, Jeff.
Jack?
Just looking up the FBI stuff.
All right.